Yo, what's up everybody, FornaTRON here, and today we are back again with our Elden Ring Easy Mode Beginner's Guide Remastered, which is going to include the brand new Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. In the previous episode, we went through Margit, the Fell Omen, and I went through all of the boss mechanics and how to sufficiently take out that first major story boss. We also explored Thornvale Castle a little bit, just to get some useless items and then one good talisman, because I know a lot of you'd want to go venturing out that way. And I showed you the fastest path towards the next story boss, which we may get into in this episode. Let's get into it. Okay, so after you've done your homework assignment, you should have gone through and then got through the coastal cave, which leads you to the Church of Dragon Communion, which is where you can get dragon incantations. You also should have fought your first Deathrite bird at this rock here that shows up at night, and then you should take out another Knight's Cavalry at the Castle Morn Rampart site of Grace. There is one more Deathrite bird in this area at night, and it's at this location right here, but that's not necessary. And with that, you get yourself a little bit of extra runes. Not much, but it's a little bit of money. Why not? Technically, we could take on the next boss right here, but this is an easy mode beginner's guide, so let's get even more OP. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back here to Stormhill Shack. And let's see, Rodricka is still there. We're gonna make our way up this path under the bridge, past over here, and there's gonna be a drop down, which will take us into the next area, completely avoiding this boss. And you're gonna wonder, why would we do that? And it's in the sake of getting even more ridiculously OP. So run past these fools, and instead of going left to the way to the Margit, we're just gonna go left, or to the right over here. And we're gonna have it upon this path here. We're just gonna keep going straight. You'll notice the bridge is broken, but another cookbook over here. There's a path on the left that we can take. And that's the whole point of Elden Ring, is overcoming obstacles and finding new areas to explore, and then gain experience and runes, and then level up so you're ready to take on the main challenge. So these two bosses, Margit that we just took on, and then the next boss that we're gonna take on, can be very challenging, especially like if you have a crappy weapon, especially one that doesn't deal any proc damage, so it doesn't inflict bleed or frost or anything, and you got like a really crappy Ash of War. So like, if you're using one of the main starter weapons, even the Uji Katana that we have, not that great. So those bosses will be incredibly hard, but with the weapon that we have that's super OP, you just make them look so easy. You just decimate them. We're gonna grab this side of Grace here, and this is the one that a lot of people get for this view right here. It is foggy out right now, but incredible view of Liurnia of the Lakes right here. There it goes. Good old time of day system. So insane view of Liurnia of the Lakes. Put on the telescope here. So that is the school of Raya Lucaria, which is like the sorcerer's school. Over there is, I think, yeah, that is a place that we're not going to be able to go to till much later in the game. And then to the right, there is this long bridge to a big tower here. There's the glorious Erdtree, of course. And over way in the distance, you can see Mount Gelmia. And then Liurnia of the Lakes over here. Very, very cool. Love the scope of this game. All right, here's another hidden little church over here. There's an NPC in here. You talk to him. He tells you more about Raya Lucaria and like how he got locked out and he hasn't been able to go in since, and he knows like crappy little sorceries, and you can learn them off of him if you want, but he's kind of like a useless NPC in my opinion. So just like bosses in this game, there's like major NPCs. Oh, I'm sorry. By the way, we're running straight down towards this map fragment. There are minor NPCs that are like optional, very, very optional. And then there's major NPCs, which have way more fleshed out storylines. And we're not going to be doing any of the optional NPCs. We'll do like a couple of the main ones, maybe just like one or two, if that. But again, like I mentioned, this is not like a do everything, 100% everything playthrough. Yeah, let's grab that side of grace. This merchant does have a few. Actually, I think he's just got a lamp, but we've already got one. He's got a cookbook, which is good to have. And he's got the sorcerer starting stuff, which we don't need. We are going to go to this map fragment. And we're going to be doing a lot of running because there's enemies in here that like jump on you. So just look out for that. There's a big group of them right there. But I find if you run from behind and go directly behind here, you can grab the item and then just run past them. So if we keep going straight, we will run into another site of grace. So run past these rubbled ruins here. And then right here is another site of grace. Hop off, grab the site of grace. Sit down so we lose enemy aggro. And let's grab this important item behind us. Okay, so from here, we are going to go to that pillar that's right there, but we want to go over to these ruins that are behind the ones that are immediately in front of us. There's another good item over there, so it is over here. I don't think so. It's like a little bit over here. But anyway, let's run. Don't fuck around. There's enemies that'll come out of the ground, and they are ones you do not want to mess with. So let's kind of take the roundabout way. Don't worry about that item. Just grab this one. Then run over here. Hop off of Torrent, and then catch this warp point. This will take us all the way to the entryway to Raya Lucaria, which we can't get in yet. So let's grab this site of grace. We're gonna do a couple of things first. So if you grab this item, it's a little map item that kind of hints or shows you where to go next. So if we go to inventory and we look at this item here, it gives us a hint of where to go to find the key. But I know where it is, we're not gonna use that. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna grab this map fragment over here. I'm gonna show you how to do that. So we're gonna go down this path and we're gonna turn left, turn right, go past this dude, turn left, jump off the edge. We're gonna go straight and follow where our marker is. Go a little bit to the right over here. And we've got another golden seed. Just keep going straight where this big building is. And then just run along the left edge. And there's a blood rose right there. Nice. Over here is another Trina lily. And another site of grace and another map fragment. Very good. Okay. Let's grab the site of grace. Okay, we can get rid of that marker. Now we have the other half of the map for Liurnia. So now we've got all of Limgrave and most of Liurnia. So from where we are right now, we're going to go all the way to this little pillar that's here. Again, from where we are, it's just north, and it's this little pillar right here. Again, using markers to your advantage. And that way you just follow the big blue line in the sky. Or if you see your compass at the top, you'll see a little marker here. You're gonna see this character that was at the round table hold, and he's mourning after his servant that was murdered here. And he's basically like, I could do nothing, they got murdered, I want to get vengeance for my house, blah, 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 blah. and you start off his quest line. He's kind of a useless quest line, to be honest. You don't really get anything out of it, but the story element, I guess, but I don't know, not really important. Again, for your second and third playthrough, really absorb a lot of these like minor quest lines and stuff, but for your first playthrough to get you through to the DLC at least, where only 36% of Elden Ring players can actually make it to the DLC, we're gonna be cheesing the whole thing and just getting the best items for our build. All right, let's use this warp point. Okay, and then we're gonna grab the last chunk of map for Liurnia West. And so now we have all of Liurnia, so the whole chunk here. Okay, from here, we're gonna go up a little bit. We're gonna run. Just hug the left side here. And then we can just jump over here. And boom, we got a site of grace. Now we have our buddy EG.
Well, I presume. Oh, I am an old so perhaps you.
And then you can go to purchase. And look, he sells somber smithing stones. So these are quite expensive.
You come to Clyam after you don't. Brave this territory when the Raya after Lucaria. I
think if you run out his dialogue, because Blythe sent us here. Blythe sent me.
At any rate, I've of the engine, whatever you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the prices stay the same, but now we can buy this carrion crest, which does lower the FP cost of our Ashes of War, which is actually kind of helpful. I'm going to show you where to get a free Somber Smithing Stone 3, and it's right actually like here. But we got to be able to get there first. So we're going to go back to South Raya Lucaria Gate, and we're going to get the key for the gate. And that's what that little mini map showed us. So if we go between these two trees right here, we actually jump down on this rock right here. So I would save scum right here if you haven't, just to be safe, but I'm not going to. So we're gonna run and jump, do a double jump, land on the rock. Because sometimes I find if you jump off the rock too quickly, like it still counts as fall damage and you die. And from here, we're just gonna run straight. We're gonna run. And then past here, we're gonna see this big rock in the middle. There's a dragon there. We're not gonna fight the dragon. We're gonna run past it, grab an item, and then we're gonna quit out our game. I'm gonna show you. Hopefully I don't trigger the boss fight from getting this close. But that's the item right there. So we're gonna run, grab that item, and then just quit our game out so we don't interact with the dragon whatsoever. And then once we reload our game, we're just gonna warp back to this site of grace right here. Let's do it. Just run. Quit your game out. And then now we can just go back to South Raya Lucaria Gate. See? Easy mode. All right. Now that we have the key, we can interact with this door, this like kind of rune seal that's on the door. So we're gonna examine seal. And it's gonna spit us on the other side. Let's grab this side of grace. Okay, let's go forward here. We're just gonna run past this seal. All the way at the end here. Is a golden seed. Very nice. Okay, let's go back to that side of grace we just lit. Okay, we're gonna go back to the seal and we're gonna inspect it this time. And this will spit us on the other side, which is super duper helpful. Okay, we're gonna light this side of grace right here. And immediately to the right, we go to this edge over here. There is a spirit spring right there. So we just have to jump off the edge. And we won't take fall damage. And I think it's over here. Here we go, perfect. So the item was right here. So this was the site of grace. There's a spirit spring right over here, and the item is right here. And boom, a smithing stone 3 for free. Love it. Let's go back up to East Raya Lucaria Gate. And from here, we're gonna run straight forward to this spot right here. Be in daytime during this because there is a knight's cavalry if you go here at night. I'm just gonna run straight. You can ignore that, dude. And we got Bellum Church, which has another sacred tier. We are gonna light this site of grace. And we're gonna run, there's a path all the way down here that can take us to a big ladder, but we're not gonna do that. I'm just gonna run down here for one item, and that is a golden seed that's down here. There's another merchant right here. Actually, while we're here, let's buy some stuff off this merchant. I want this little bow, and I want... Let's buy 100 arrows. What cookbook does he sell? Bone gray area. Okay, yeah. He's got a few helpful things here, but we don't need that stuff right now. Okay, we're gonna run. Lots of running. Again, we're getting super fucking OP. Our weapon is gonna be insane before we even fight the second story boss. Because remember, Somber smithing stone weapons only go to plus 10, where regular weapons go to plus 25. So we're at a plus 2 right now, and then so you gotta times that by 2.5. So we're like, I don't even know what we're at. I don't think it's a plus 5 weapon. It might be a plus 5 weapon, but which is not that high, because you can be like plus 12 with a regular weapon before you even get to the next story boss. We're just gonna grab this site of grace, just because it's helpful to have. Sit down. Now we're gonna make our way to Caelid again, but we're gonna go all the way back to the Third Church of America that's in Limgrave. So that's kind of like where the forest is, where Fort Height is. We're gonna go to the Third Church of America. Okay. Once we're here, we're gonna jump out the window. And before we caught the warp point, we're just gonna go up this hill. And there's all these spirit springs. You can kill that scarab. Doesn't have an Ash of War that's any good to us. We're gonna pass these dogs, jump up here. There's a Trina's Lily right here. Jump up here. And then jump up here. There is a minor little boss in this pool over here you can go do on your own if you want. I don't think we need it, so I'm not gonna do it. We're gonna go over here and grab a site of grace in this church. There's no sacred tier in this church. We're gonna initiate an invasion. So let's buff up. Charge R2 and miss. Let's do an L1, an R2. And they're dead. And give them some dunk. Give them some dip. As is tradition. I know it's disrespectful, but I find it funny. Okay, go over here, a couple cookbooks. Light this site of grace. Let's sit down. All right. We are gonna go this way. We're gonna go up here. Let's go straight, and there's gonna be another side of grace that we can light. Let's avoid these dogs. Remember, pick your battles. This game's not about clearing out every little thing. Excellent. Let's grab this side of grace. I think this is a nothing item over here that we don't need. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna follow this path here on the road. So we're gonna follow this long path, and there's gonna be sites of grace along the edge. We're gonna avoid everything. We don't need to fight anything here. Just gonna run past these dogs. These dogs are no joke. Yeah, like imagine if we didn't kill that big dragon, like how much lower of a level we'd be. Even if we fought every little bullshit boss in Limgrave, we would still be pretty low level. So let's grab this side of grace right here. If we go immediately straight, there's a ledge over here that we can jump by where that tree is. So we're gonna go that way. Let's go straight towards this tree on the left. Avoid those dogs on the right. We can go over here, jump across, and there's a side of grace right here. Jump off and sit down, and we're good. And there is a map fragment right over here. I can see it's right here. Come on, grab it. There you go. Now we got the map fragment. Okay, we're gonna go back over here. We can just go back to the side of grace that we're at. Okay, so there's this big ass tower in front of us. These are important, so keep those in your mind. But we're gonna go straight, and right on top of that branch, way over there in the distance, there's a silver scarab on there, and they have a somber smithing stone. But we're gonna get them. Just run up, jump, do an R2, jump and do another R2. They drop a somber smithing stone 8, which is utterly insane. Okay, we're gonna go over here. Drop down on this branch, jump over here, jump over here, drop down. You're gonna jump and drop down here. Okay, turn around. And look at all this good stuff. A somber smithing stone 9. And a bunch of other crap. Okay, let's warp back. We're gonna go all the way to this one, the Caelid Ruins. And from here, we're just gonna keep going straight down this path. Just ignore all of the stuff. Again, there's nothing really here. You're gonna find a lot of these ruins. There's like little sub caves or like little dungeons. And sometimes they have spirit ash summons or just like other random crap, but we're not going to use it. Let's light up this side of grace. We're going to be using this one in a little bit, but not now. We're just going to continue following down this path. You can just avoid all of the enemies. Just taking a wide berth. And Silver Scarab. He's got nothing. He's got nothing that we need. Lifesteal Fist. Yeah, never gonna use that. Okay. Let's just keep going. Take a wide berth from those dudes. Keep going. I don't think this is anything good. What they're praying around. Yeah, rock grease. Thank you. Thanks for nothing. Okay, run back up top here. And here's another side of grace. All right. Now what we're gonna do, if we keep going straight, there's a big dragon there. We don't want to fuck with it. It causes rot. So we're gonna go left over here. Down towards here. There's all these buds on the ground. Try to avoid them. So these guys here, because they spout out rot, which you do not want to be inflicted with. And let's go a little bit further. And then we're going to see another map fragment. And we've completely avoided the dragon. And there's a merchant right here.
I am not selling.
He's got a pot. And there's another side of grace just ahead of us over here. Just get to it as quickly as possible. There's going to be enemies following you. Excellent. Okay. So now we have the whole map of Caelid. So super helpful. Now what we're going to do from where we are, we're going to go to this spot right here. So we're going to go just put a marker right here. And just follow the marker here. Kind of in between here, so these two big branches right here, there's two items on the ground that we're going to pick up. Look at that, a Somber Smithing Stone 4. Let's run over here and get some safe distance. And then quit out our game. Okay, and then from here, where we're actually gonna go is there is this kind of like big crevice in the mountain here. Let's get rid of that marker there. So we're gonna go all the way over here. So let's start moving in that direction. I think there's a site of grace close by we can actually grab. Because this will be helpful later. Okay, so this is the big crevice right here. And we're just gonna run down here. Those are run, 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 run. Grab this item right here. A Smithing Stone 5. Turn around and just leave. So now we just picked up for free a Somber Stone 3, 4, 5, 8, and 9. So we're not going to get a 6 or a 7 for quite some time. Let's warp back from here. We're actually going to go to this smoldering wall. Okay, so we're close to wrapping up the episode, so let's just go back to round table hold and upgrade our weapon. So we're going to press the map button, and then the quickest way to get to round table hold, instead of having to go all the way like this, is just go to the map and then press Y or triangle and then press square or X. And then this will take you to the Table of Lost Grace. Is that okay? Nice. And you'll see Rodricka's here now. So now we can go and talk to Hugh. Let's upgrade our weapon.
Well, I took you no matter. Lay out your own.
Do we have any runes that we could sell? Yes, we do. Look at all this. Look at all this money we have, dude. Okay, let's upgrade this. 3, 4, 5. Boom. Crushing it. Okay, and with Rodricka here, that means that if we go to her Stormhill shack, she will have left Golden Seed. I think we might have enough to upgrade now. We do. Perfect. Add a charge. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at all of these upgrades that we have now, dude. Crushing it. Okay. So this is where we're going to wrap up this episode. So now we're like insanely OP. We have a +5 Somber weapon. Remember, that's 2.5. So this is like a +12 regular weapon, which is nuts for where we are. And we have a bunch of Flask upgrades. So we're just going to be crushing it. This is your homework assignment before we go to the next episode. So what I'd like you to do is I want you to do that other bird that is from this side of Grace, Castlemore and Rampart. Go down to this stone right here, and then you'll encounter one of those birds. Also, go down and do this mini dungeon. So it's not even a big deal. You should be able to get through just fine, and there's a boss way at the end. And with your weapon, you'll be able to just mow through this whole area. So I want you to do this mini dungeon and then this minor boss over here. And then I would also like you to do... What's another good small boss that you can do? Go in this complex right here. So from Agil Lake North, you cross the bridge, turn right, and then there'll be like a dungeon that you can go down into and kill the boss there. So that's what I want you to do before the next episode. So hope you're enjoying. We're super OP and we're ready to just crush through the game. See you guys in the next one.